Video. I've had this shirt since day one, since I enlisted in the United States Army. Gone through breakup in the shirt, gone through basic training, gone through AIT, went to Iraq in the shirt, found love in the shirt, making babies. I mean, everything. This is my shirt. I'm gonna be buried in it, dying. I love it, and that just goes to show how much this time in my life actually meant to me. My last video I posted, we graduated basic training. It was a huge day for me. I had a family day that day. My sister and my mother came. They came down to St. Louis. Like I said, I went to McDonald's. I had a Big Mac. I ate that thing in 5 seconds, 2 bites, just done. It was the best thing I've ever had. Given the fact that I hadn't had, fast food like in 5 months. But I only had one family day, and then it was off to AIT. AIT was fucking batshit crazy. All right, basic, there was a lot of structure. The AIT, you could tell everybody was just happy to finally be free again. Somewhat. You still had drill sergeants or drill instructors, but man, it was fucking crazy. Like my class, it was one of those like, how did I end up in one of these type situations? I was in the worst class ever. Again, my MOS was an 88 Mike. Again, that's transportation, aka truck driver. But like I said in a previous video, the Army will use you for whatever. We had cooks kicking down doors in Iraq, so shout out to cooks. But I mean, after AIT, I never touched the 915 again. I never touched a lot of vehicles again, and that's just how the Army goes to show you how the Army works. I mean, they'll train you for one thing, they'll do a completely another thing. Anyways, but my AIT was only 7 weeks, which isn't shit. But mind you, I went from basic straight into AIT. Yeah, I had one family day, but I went straight into AIT. So my total training process was 5 months. I left July 20, 2006. I didn't come home till like December 8th, I think, 2006. So I was gone for 5 to 6 months. So I go straight into AIT. Like I said, other soldiers were going to the bus stop and taking buses to other duty stations, to trade outposts, flying. We literally got in a formation and marched down the street to AIT because, like I said, I did my basic and AIT at Fort Lost in the Woods, aka Fort Leonard Woods, or Fort Leonard Wood, aka Lost in the Woods, Fort Lost in the Woods. But so AIT day one, boom. I just remember there was just a bunch of bullshit. People started fighting again. Like basic didn't even happen. Like everyone, because there was this thing like in basic training, you always heard rumors that when you go to AIT, you would get weekend passes. We all wanted to be free again and go out and have fun. I didn't get one single weekend pass. I was in AIT because our class got in so much fucking trouble. It was just fucking horrible. Actually, yeah, it was fucking bad. Like people were fighting all the time. We had like 9 people go AWOL. There was, again, everything's last name. There was a female named Woods and a male named Forrest, and then people were saying Forrest got lost in the woods. They both went AWOL, where they got married. We were on lockdown one time, and the first sergeant was like, "You guys are like the worst class ever. No one else is going AWOL." And then before you know it, someone broke the alarm, and someone went AWOL as he was giving that speech. It was pretty funny. But in AIT, they teach you to drive the trucks. That's what we did. They teach you, we did nighttime driving, convoys. We did all kinds of shit. I just remember being done. Ready to fucking go. And the people, man, the people were nuts. There was this guy named Scott Summers. He was fucking nuts. He lost his weapon one time, and during weapons count at night, everyone puts their weapon up and the weapons count. And I was like 200. He was 201. By the time they got to him, he didn't have his weapon, and the drill instructor's like, "Where the fuck's your weapon?" He's like, "Upstairs, drill sergeant." He's like, "Well, go fucking get it. We're doing weapons count." One time we're cleaning. Scott Summers is in his wall locker. Big ass, huge wall lockers. This motherfucker was sitting there watching his little portable DVD player. The drill sergeant came and opened it and caught him watching it and was like, "What are you doing?" And Scott looked at him and was like, "Excuse me, you're in my light," and like pushed him back. And the drill sergeant couldn't believe what he just saw. He fucking slammed the wall locker, locked it, and kicked it over and just left his ass in there. That shit was nuts. That guy was a fool. And we all graduated AIT. It's really not that hard, but yeah, that guy was nuts. But AIT again, every day wake up. I think we had to do PT. I can't really remember. If you're a veteran and you're watching this, leave a comment. But I think we did PT in the morning. Then we had breakfast, and then we would go training. We'd get picked up by our other drill sergeants, and they would take us to training. And for 88 mics out there, again, it's literally just truck driving. That's all we fucking did. So driving trucks, passing tests. Yeah, night drive. Yeah, the night drive, convoy drive, long drive, a lot of fucking driving. That's all I remember. Just a lot of fucking driving. And it was in a week. a lot of fights, a lot of people getting in trouble. Everyone was just like ready to go home, take their leave. And I graduated, of course. It's not that hard to fucking drive a truck. I do remember the day we did do PT. Yeah, we did do PT. Yeah, I don't know, it was just I didn't like AIT. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone's different. If you're 11 Bravo, if you're combat engineer or whatever, everyone's gonna go do their own thing. Everyone's different. I heard people had weekend passes. We only had day passes. Even then, I didn't get any of them because, like I said, we were always getting in trouble. So I think I had like one day pass, but I was confined to like a certain area. It was just a bunch of BS. There was a locker inspection one time, and the drill sergeant came in and removed like the bottom of my locker, and like I didn't even know you could do, and there was like candy wrappers from someone from a long ass time ago, and that was my fault, which is true because technically that's my locker. I should have checked better, and I explained all this to the drill instructor. She's like, "But you're still responsible for that wall locker." So I lost that weekend pass. Like I don't know, it was just a bunch of BS, but I did meet some cool people, and they help you get through it these times. I think it was a week before we graduated when I finally broke down and I started crying like a little bitch. Cause I just missed home. I missed my son. I was just ready to go. And the drill instructor was a cool guy. I forgot his name. He was like, "Look it, man." And by the way, there was everybody broke down. I saw people break down in basic training, grown ass men just crying because they couldn't fucking do it. And I didn't break down until a week before I graduated AIT. I went all the way through basic. I went all the way through AIT. A week before I graduated, that's when I was like, you know what, I need a break. And the drill instructor told me, just find out, what's your purpose. Remember what your purpose is. 2, keep your head focused on your goals. You have that purpose, right? Just focus on that. Stay driven, and you'll get through it. And he was right. 1 week later, I graduated, and I went home for 2 weeks, and I had a blast. And I saw my family for the first time in 5 months. Again, this was the first time I had ever left home in my life after being born and raised in the same place my whole life. So this was a huge accomplishment for me. I graduated basic training. I graduated AIT. Again, it was literally just driving for me. That's all we did. I graduated. Every AIT is different. I do remember though, like I said, we had 9 people go AWOL. Everyone was just fucking pissed all the time and fighting. The weather was getting cold. And I do remember a day before we graduated though, the drill instructor was like, "You guys are by far the worst class I've ever had." And I'm not just saying that. I really do mean that. He's like, "You guys graduate tomorrow. Go upstairs. Don't do shit. And that's it. Tomorrow you guys all leave." On the way upstairs, a fight broke out. And we got in trouble again. It was fucking funny. But yeah, in a nutshell, that was AIT. I only had 7 weeks. It was driving. I passed. That's it. I was officially 88 Mike now. I went home for 2 weeks. And then I went to my duty station, which is where shit got better. All right, I'll get into that in my next video. Again, this is G.I. Jake, your proud U.S. Army veteran, here to serve you. Carry on.